Welcome back to Hi-Fi Tech and Entertainment channel. After a long time, I came up with a new interesting video for the CAPM application. So, in today's video, I will tell you how to develop a full stack CAP application with Joule. So, what it is means it will generate an AI capabilities of Joule to create a CAP service in SAP Build Code. For that, what we need is first we need to subscribe the SAP Build Code. First, you guys want to know what is SAP Build Code. So the SAP Build Code is nothing but it will take you a user-friendly low-code environment to build a web and mobile applications for your business faster. So it will be helpful for the minimal coding, and you can also build the custom apps tailored to a specific needs and also integrate them with your SAP and non-SAP systems using the build pre-built connectors. So here we have an options for the drag and drop interface to ready the app template, help the accelerate developments. How to configure this means we need to go for the service marketplace. In your service marketplace already we have a free trailer version, so I'm going to use that only. Yes, so this one, once you click on create, it will access the create one, create. Then once it will be created, then navigate to your instance subscriptions. There you can see our SAP build code. The next step, to get access, what you have to do is go to your user section in the security tab, navigate it, check within the role collection the build apps code admin and developer access is there or not. If these things is not there, you can't access to develop a code. If you want to get the access, right click here, and here we can see that admin role and developer role. Once you select that like this and click on assign role collection, then you can see that here. Then once it is ready, what you have to do is go to your service marketplace, sorry, instance and subscription, open the application. Once you maintain this, it will launch our SAP Build App. Here we are going to develop our SAP Build App basic template. From here we will generate our CAP project. How to do is click on create. Here we have an options. Here within the lobby only we'll create the project. Create, if you want to clone it, you can clone it, or here we have an option add from the dev space. What it will do is it will add a project from the existing SAP business application dev space to your SAP build code tenant. Now I'm going to create a project. Click on create. Here click on the application type. Then we need to select the type of the application you want to create. If you want to create mobile application, or if you want to create a full stack application. Now I want to create a full stack application to develop, extend and deploy the full stack application in your cloud system. So now I'm want CAPM project, right? That's why I choose this. Once you choose this full stack, what it will do, it is a full stack with productivity tool. Then we need to select the front end to build our responsive and interface. If you choose the backend, we need to select the backend server side applications. Now here we have three options: the full stack node.js, full stack Java, and full stack ABAP as a development stacks. So it will promote a name of your project, and we need to select the dev space wherever you want. Now I'm choosing this. Now here I need to define the name of the project, some description. Here we need to select the dev space. Then here you can see all the categories. Once you click on create, the project will be created. That's why I created here one of the project. Now once it is ready, then here you can see all our project details. Then click on my project. Now what it will do is it will open our dev space system. Yeah, now you can see our development environment is creating, and you can see here only we are going to generate a AI capabilities of Joule for creating the cap service in SAP Build. Now here we have an option for Joule. If it's not there, here we have an option for additional views. There it will available. Now once you select this, so it will be like a generating AI assistant that to create code for you. This code might be different every time you trigger the prompt. So the example shows in the tutorial might be exactly same what you see in your system. Now if you see, this is just like a chat GPT. If you give the commands, based on your command it will generate all the things. Here you can see we have an options what things you want to generate. Why? Because now I choose the full stack development, right? That's why it is showing all these things. Now I want to generate a cap application. Now I selected this. Here I will need to write a requirement. What I will write is just I will choose this. I want to create a customer loyalty application with the purchase and customer entities with the sample data is required. So what I will do is I want to create three entities. So I will modify little bit this, like so. Here we need to write the description whatever you want. Now just I'm writing this, create a customer loyalty application with the sample data and application logic. Once I click on this, it will take some, it will search it, and if you see here it will show you like it's a complex task. So they proposed some steps to create a data model and to maintain a sample data and to maintain a application logic within the data model. What I will do is whatever the content I want, I will add it here. So for that, click on edit. Here I want to maintain some four properties for the four entities, and whatever the requirement you want to do, we will add it that. So what I will do is, so here I will define a four entities, that is customers, products, purchases, remittances. So each customer I want following columns, that is name, email, customer number, purchase value, reward points, reward remitted awards, and also all the fields must have integer except the email and name. I want to maintain it as a string, and each product has a name, description and price. So for the product I want to maintain it all these fields. For the purchases I want to maintain the fields like purchase value, reward points. So this purchase it should be like an integer, and this one it will be an integer and it has one field. If you want to add associations, I added this, each purchase will be associated to the product. So that one I want to call it as a selected product. Once I click on save, what it will do is it will generate the, for that 182 unit, I need to run this. See, once I run this, it will create a staging files for the schema file, service file, and annotation file. If you don't want to all this, just you want to create a file means within the you want to write means you can write it like here we have an option capgen model. If you select this, only the empty files will generate. There you can write it. Both options will be the same. So if you see here, now I select it here based on my requirement, it generates everything automatically. Here you can see four entities, it generated automatically with the properties, whatever I want. These two fields I want to maintain it as a string, these fields I want to maintain it as a integer. I want to associate this to here, that all things added. Now for this I want to add a sample data. For that same I need to do click on edit. If you have sample data, maintain it, or else if you don't have sample data, write it here like Like I want sample data for these some commands you want, we need to use it. So what I will do is I want to generate a sample data for the meaningful information, that is phone number must be 10 digit, customer number must be 7 digit, and some conditions I want to add it, means you can add it. So based on that the data will be generated. Now click on save and test. Once you maintain this, what it will do is it will generate the test files. You can see that here. Already, if you want to maintain the empty files, if you want to generate, means for that also we can do command here /cap for the. Next, what I will do is I want to add a cap application logic. I want to generate it based on my requirement. So to maintain that, if you want to use a command /app logic command also, you can use it like this /cap hyphen app hyphen logic. For within that you can enhance to modify the commands. Now just I want to maintain some basic command. How means, for that I will maintain, I will edit it here and I will implement some logic. So I want to implement logic like the reward points of the each purchase should be 1/10th of the purchase value. So based on that, they will get the remedy points and the reward points. That all things I maintained here. Then I click the save. Once I click on save, then when I run the file, the logic will generate. That all logic, you can see it here. Entities, test files, processing files, everything. Now, now it's in pass. It will take some time to generate. Yeah. Now I accept this. Now you can see we have read file, create file within the service.js file. When double click here, automatically the code is generated for read, update, create, all the things. So for this, I think if you no need to learn all these things, it automatically it will support you just like a AI part. Now, if you want to add this UI to the application, means what you have to do is we need to go to our storyboard. Now, if you go to your storyboard, we need to add it the UI part. How to add it is here itself we can go it, or else right click, sorry, for the project storyboard information you can see it here. Then here we need to add the UI part. For that, here we have an option add UI application. Once you click on that, it will ask you some details of our application. Application name I will do as a purchase. Purchases. Then description manage purchases. Yeah. Then click on next. Then we are using the browser, so we will select the template based responsive application as the UI application type. Then click on next. Then here we need to select the template. Now I'm going to select the list report page as a UI application template. Click on next. Now we need to select the purchases as a main entity. Then it will automatically add the tables to the section. Yes. So now you click on finish. So it will take you a few minutes for the UI to be generated, because all the dependencies need to be installed, right? So once it is created, the page map opens the providing options for to edit the UI part. Here it is. It will allow you to add all the things. So this is the page map. As I said you, here you can see the list page, object page, and it will show you the display name, all the things. If you want to modify anything, you can modify it here. Like this. Now, what I will do is, I will add all remaining things. I mean, I will create additional UI apps for the both customers, remaining all applications also. Then the next step what we'll do is we'll test the application. How to test the application means here we have an option to test it. Further, go to your storyboard tab, close this. Then here we have an option. Here we have an option to run the application. Now it will run it and show you the application how it is. Yeah, it will take some basic few seconds to run it. See, it is loading. So here itself you can see all the CSV files, water services, everything you can see it here. Yeah, here you can see all the things, whatever you maintain. Now we need to select purchase. These are the 4 tables I created for the services. So here you can see the services what we created, and here you can see the applications what we added. Now I just added the purchases only, so that application only I can see here. Once you click on that purchase tail application, it will open you a list report page with the fields. So what are the fields added, right? That all things we can see it here. Same way we can add it for the customers, we can add it for the remaining places. Now here click on go. So this is the data I maintained it here. Here if you want to click on create, we can create a new purchase order, the fields. Want to discard it. So it will provide you the purchase value, customer, and the selected product fields. So this AI will generate a different code when you present it with the same prompt. For example, if you want to see a customer, it will show you as a numbers. That's how it is. Now in the page header, you can see here we have an options. Here if you want to go back, we can go back here. If you want to see only purchases, you can see that. So based on that, we can see added the line in the list of purchases. So because your business logic will be added for the reward points, right? That all logics will be integrated here. That's how it is. So guys, I think without writing a single line of code, the CAPM, we can write, create, update, delete everything. So I think if this video is helpful for you, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for more interesting video. Thank you for watching.